What's up? So, I've been trying to film for the past few days. Like, since my mathematics paper got over, I tried to film, but it didn't quite go well because, of course, what do I say? It was too boring. Me, myself, watching that video felt bugged, right? So, I deleted those few videos. Now, I don't know if that is perfection that I'm suffering through, but anyways, I don't like things to be stupid when I can actually make it better. Like, of course, that's not perfectionism. Perfectionism is something in which you are always finding, uh, flaws in your stuff and always refining them, but you're not actually doing the thing. But this, what I'm doing, is trying to give my best in the given amount of time. At least that's what I think it is, right? So the past few days have been stressful. I called a person whom I know who runs a business. I won't be specific because I don't want to, disclose their identity. And they're running a few socials and stuff, so I just thought if I could help them out. I was actually looking at him for a while, but because of the exam, I couldn't really, do a lot of stuff. Things didn't go pretty well. Like, I had a talk with him, and turns out that he didn't really want the services that my agency provides, but rather he wanted us to manage his ad campaigns, which is good to a certain point because to begin with, we were actually an agency which focused on ad campaigns. But I had this limiting belief in myself that I just couldn't get leads for running ad campaigns because I had no experience, no testimonials, no, just previous clients whom I've worked with, and really not much experience in that stuff. So why would people give me their money in order to invest in ads when I really don't know what I'm doing? So I shifted to a service-based agency for a while, but I think we were still it was still somewhere at the back. The ad campaigns thing, it was still at the back of the mind because that is one of the best things you could do because it is not a convenience service like the other services like video editing, you know, graphic design or brand identity design and stuff like that. Those are convenience services, right? We save time for the client when we do those. But ad campaigns is a instant ROI service, right? It's an instant return on investment service. So basically the client can look at things, right? The client can look at the return on investment. The client can look at the return on ad spend. And so basically it is tangible, right? That's what I would call it. And I need to get a bit familiar with the camera, like, you know, just blending in my personality and stuff. And I'm filming this because the last time I posted on my YouTube channel was in November, and this is the month of March. So it's very, very bad for my YouTube channel because if there's a certain time period in which you aren't actually posting anything, your account is at the risk of, getting shadow banned. No, I wouldn't call it that, but it just gets dead, right? The content that you post in the future is not taken to a greater audience, right? So that is why I'm making this vlog. A lot of things happen, right? So regarding the person I spoke to, we got on a call, but I learned a lesson. On the call, I didn't really mention that the call was going to be an hour long call in which I would explain a few things and of course, pitch the service and stuff that we do. And what happened in the call was I wasn't able to build authority, and due to that one single mistake, the client just took over, right? The prospect just took over me, and which led to, if you can't build authority during the call, it's as good as a lost sale, right? It's as good as a lost sale, which is not good for your business or your agency. So that's one thing that I learned during this week. I mean, this time period. A lot of days have passed, I think a month. I have built a lot of systems. I have built an onboarding funnel for the prospects that I'll be approaching to later. I still have to get the experience with regards to the ad campaigns because we haven't signed the client yet. And the reason is that we aren't able to schedule a meeting with the person responsible for the social media management. And it's kind of frustrating because I've been following up with this person for a while now, and there doesn't really seem to be any interest or you know stuff like that, because they're just, I think they're not really interested, right? So it's a bit of a problem because I was really happy at first because I thought that I was actually closing my first client, but it is taking a while for that to happen, and maybe I just don't deserve it yet. So yeah, that is one thing. The other is that I have to post on YouTube. Coming to my Instagram, I'm testing a few new reel formats in which I actually just explain some basic principles taken from books, beautiful books that I have read, and just trying to simplify them and then trying to graphically represent those principles in a simpler form. That is something that I'm trying to do. I've been trying to get some leads into my CRM, and the thing is that I get a lot of leads. I'm getting a lot of prospects right now. But the problem is when I decide to cold call these people, there's actually, this some kind of fear that I'm experiencing. I don't know if it's the fear of rejection, or if it's the perfection syndrome, or if it's maybe the imposter syndrome. Maybe I think that I still do not deserve to be in the place that I am. But I need to understand that the cold calls is one of the most important tasks of the process, because this is what will bring in maximum amount of results. Like, if I don't cold call people, if people don't know what I do, if people don't know what services I provide, what services my agency provide, that doesn't do any good to me or my agency, because I have to put myself out there, right? People need to know what I do, how I can help them, right? And yep, that's pretty much it, I guess.